Is it time to consider selling your cryptocurrency? And what's going on in the market? Why have we seen prices decline so dramatically over the last couple of weeks? That's going to be the topic of this morning's video. Good morning, everybody. Let's get straight into it with a quick look at the market. As we can see, we've got Bitcoin trading slightly up overnight at $37,300 US. We've got Ethereum at $2,400 US, Binance Coin at $392 US, and we go down the list with Cardano just over $1 at 105. We've got XRP at 60 US cents and Solana under $100 at 92 US dollars. That is certainly a steal in my opinion. But what has happened, and is it time to consider selling your cryptocurrencies? Let's quickly look at the prices on Altcoin Trader. As we can see, wow, it seemed like only a couple of months ago, or in fact it was only a couple of months ago, we were at R1,000,000 for a Bitcoin, and now we're at 589,000 South African rand for a Bitcoin. Okay, so to answer the question, should I consider selling or should I sell? Are the prices possibly going lower? First question. First answer is yes, the prices are possibly going lower. Should you sell? Well, that certainly depends on your circumstances. So in general strokes, let's assume that you don't have some outlying circumstances, that you don't have some circumstances that are you're in dire need for capital or liquidity or money. The question should be quite simple. We normally need to buy low and sell high. Is the price of Bitcoin currently low or high? I think no one can argue it's currently low. So should you sell? No, we don't sell when it's low. So that is a very oversimplistic way of answering the question, should I buy or should I sell? If the price is high, feel free to sell. If the price is low, don't sell. Now, of course, everyone's circumstances are unique, and we have a lot of people that may have put a lot of money into cryptocurrency, a lot of money that they can't afford to lose. And when the prices drop like this, these people panic because they are losing their funds, they're losing their livelihood, and that type of panic leads to poor decision making and could cause you to sell. Remember, you only lose when you sell. Are the markets going to bounce back and go back to the previous all-time high? I would say yes, but the question is when. And I think that if you have the patience and the ability to hold your investment, you need to ask yourself, do you feel that cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, crypto in general, will ever reach all-time highs again? If the answer is yes, then we know Bitcoin is going to be over R1,000,000 again, and holding till that period will certainly put you in a much stronger position. And that's certainly the thought process that I would take. But I would even take it a step further. And what I've seen is watching a lot of interviews from Michael Saylor. His mindset and his thinking is very different to the general trader, the swing trader. He considers buying an asset, and he will only buy an asset that he is prepared to hold for 10 years. His answer to should I buy or should I sell is he will never sell his asset. Some time ago on this channel, we spoke about the wealthy mentality, which is never sell an asset. But what if you need money? What if you have an emergency? Well, if you can accumulate enough assets, you can always leverage against those assets and loan money against your cryptocurrency. So very quickly, three types of people. The people that have put too much money into cryptocurrency, they see the price dropping, they panic, they have to sell because they cannot afford further losses, and then they see the prices going up, they buy in again. And these are people that generally buy high and sell low. And these are people that are overextended in the space, a very difficult place to be, and those people generally lose money. Then, of course, the second type of person is the person who dollar cost or rand averages in, is not affected by the price, and when they see a drop in price like this, see it as an opportunity to build up their crypto portfolio. And because they're disciplined to buy when it's high, to buy when it's low, to buy on a regular basis, they get an average price over a period of time. And these are people that normally have not put in more than they can afford to lose and find themselves relaxed and calm in a downturn or a bear market. And then the third type of person, which I believe is certainly something to aspire to or to try and achieve if you possibly can, and that is a person that buys cryptocurrencies, but it's not only cryptocurrencies, any type of asset, and never sells his assets. This person will hand their assets to their children, and if they've educated their children correctly, they'll hand them to their grandchildren, because the wealthy mentality is to accumulate and buy assets and never ever sell them. If you need funds, if you need liquidity, you leverage, you loan against your assets and take funds and use them for whatever you need to use. Some of the benefits of this type of thinking is, of course, you never pay tax on loaned money. If you bought cryptocurrency and you sold cryptocurrency, bear in mind that a huge portion of those profits is due to the receiver of revenue or the taxman. If you buy cryptocurrency and you hold it and you never ever sell it, like we see Michael Saylor advocating, you are able to leverage, loan against those assets and never pay tax on those funds. You keep your assets and you get to use some of the liquidity. Anyway, let's take a quick look at why we've seen the markets turning like this. Quick look at some headlines. Bitcoin falls to $36,000. Traders say bulls need a Hail Mary to avoid a bear market. Price falls to 34,000 as Bitcoin reaches oversold, more oversold than ever. You can see a lot of predictions, a lot of people offering a lot of reasons why the price has fallen. But very quick, I think the most commonly accepted reason is that the Fed in the United States has started clamping down. We've gone through a period of a lot of money printing over the pandemic, over the COVID period, and they needed to print all this money to stimulate the economy and to keep everyone going. But now we've reached the time where we have to pay the price for printing all that money. And that, of course, is paid by the Fed, talking about hiking interest rates and restricting the growth to secure the US dollar. They don't want the US dollar falling. They want to keep it as the reserve currency in the world. And of course, this comes with restriction of growth and a little bit of pain in the economy. There's no longer going to be this ease of flow, this money just flowing everywhere. It's going to have to be restricted to get the dollar value up. And that, of course, has caused institutions, caused Wall Street, and caused a lot of the big players to look away from the risk on assets like cryptocurrencies. So this does have a potential downside because we've been hoping for a lot of institution investment. 2022, we hope that a lot of these companies would put a little percentage into crypto. This may still happen, but it's possibly not going to happen because, as I said previously, risk on assets in an economy which has to shrink to preserve the dollar is not what the institutions and the big players look at. They look more and they go into a state of preservation rather than a state of expansion. I hope that makes sense, but I think that is the reason why we've seen the downturn in the cryptocurrency market. Short-term prediction, short to medium-term prediction, I think we're going to be going sideways. But once again, no one really knows. This is cryptocurrency. These are the markets. The market will decide for itself. But I think the general sentiment is possibly a little bit more of a downturn before we see sideways movement and slow, gradual upward growth. Guys, if you like the content that I produce in these videos, I'd ask you to smash the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's it from me. I'm out.